At Exposure Ninja, we've won a ton of awards for our legal firm clients, driving loads of sales and new business to them through their websites. Well, today we're going to be sharing what we've learned and picking out some key insights from our newly published digital marketing playbook for law firms. So if you're a law firm that want more clients to find you through your website, this is for you. Here's how most law firms plan and prioritize their marketing. Look at our awesome partners. Aren't we fantastic? Won't the world be so impressed? What we find works really well is to actually start from the customer or client. Let's work out the problem that they're trying to solve, the situation that they're in, and present a message that really resonates with them. Let's go through an example. Say that you're looking for a commercial law firm. Here I am on the website of wallace.co.uk, no affiliation to Exposure Ninja. On the homepage, I'm greeted by a headline that says, individual in spirit, independent by choice. Then I've got a subheadline that says, the notable longevity of our client relationships is testament to the continuing skill and tenacity of our team. Then I can search for their lawyers by name. I've got a testimonial, which is good. And then they run through their areas of practice. Well, what's wrong with this, you might ask? Well, maybe nothing's wrong with it, but it could be way better. Because as a potential client of this firm, do I really see myself in their content? Do I really visit this website and think, wow, this is exactly what I need. This is the firm for me? No, not by a million miles. But let me explain a different example. I'm on the website of Harper James at harperjames.co.uk, and this is a completely different type of law firm website. This is one that's designed to generate leads. The headline here is a modern law firm purpose-built to support entrepreneurial businesses. The subheadline says, our experienced partner-level solicitors provide expert legal advice and assistance to help businesses grow from startup to scale up and beyond. Now, right there, if I'm their target audience, I'm thinking, okay, this is exactly the sort of thing I want, because actually, I want a legal firm that's going to help me grow. That's the thing that's most important to entrepreneurial founders. They then talk through the different stages of business life cycle and how they can help companies at these levels to expand. Notice here that they're not talking about their partners or their areas of specialty at all. They're talking about their customer and the situation that their customer is in. All they want is for their customer to recognize themselves in at least one of these areas. Now, we'll come back to this website later on because there are other lessons that can be learned from it. I realize this is quite an extreme example that diverges significantly from how most law firms market themselves online. But from a marketer's perspective, this type of thing is a dream to work with because you've got something that your target audience is really going to resonate with. In the law firm playbook, which by the way, you can download at exposure.ninja/law, we explain how to do the sort of customer research that will help you build out a proposition which really differentiates you in the market. We also show how important it is to create customer personas. Building customer personas for either your entire firm or more likely specific services inside the firm is a really good idea because it allows you to hone and fine-tune the marketing messages that you're sharing on your website, in your ads, and in the content that you're publishing. And one of the things that we notice when a lot of law firms come to us for help is that they don't really have any sort of clear proposition at all. When we ask them, why should your clients choose you rather than anybody else? Or if they already have a firm, why should your clients switch firm to you? They simply can't answer. Most of the time, this isn't because there actually isn't a reason, it's just because they haven't taken the time to think about the reason. I'm on the website of a law firm that we've worked with. We actually built this website for them. And they're a local firm called Lockings at lockings.co.uk. One of the things that they've done really well is identify the key USPs or the differentiators that they can stand behind in order to set themselves apart from other law firms in their area. Where did these USPs come from? Well, they came from understanding the frustrations that people have with other law firms. They know, for example, that people get frustrated if they don't understand what their solicitor's telling them, or they don't know how much things are going to cost and they get surprising bills. So right at the top of their website, they've got a benefits bar which demonstrates where they're different in these areas. It specifies they've got a clear communication guarantee, a clear price guarantee, flexible availability, and they offer a free initial chat. These things are intentionally put here to differentiate them from other firms that prospects may be looking at. While we're on the topic of websites, most law firm websites are optimized to make the partners feel good about themselves. You want to see some examples? Big pictures of the partners right away on the homepage. Check. Strange imagery, totally unrelated to law, designed to try and make the firm look different. Check. Lawyers, capability, insights. Buzzwords. Check. Undifferentiated statements about what makes them unique. Like, we combine clear expert legal advice with our unique senior advisory capability and strategic relationships to make deals flow and resolve complex challenges to deliver outstanding results. That is what makes us truly unique. Check. Exploding paint. Check. Alright, the highest performing law firm websites are optimized instead to generate visitors into leads. And if you want your website to generate leads for you, it needs to be a marketing asset, not a glorified business card, brochure, or gallery of your beautiful partners. Now, many legal firms will say, yeah, but we don't really use our website to generate leads. No, but that doesn't mean you couldn't if you just make some small changes. And that means clear writing, clearly targeting your target customer. An obvious next step for visitors to take if they want to progress the relationship with you. Credibility demonstrated in ways that mean something to your audience. Like, for example, review stars or recognizable awards that you've won. In fact, let's play a game. We're going to have a look at 2 websites and guess which one generates more leads for its owner. This one here, lawyers, expertise, search. We do have some big pictures of the team though, and when you hover over them, you get different types of grey. But this is a beautiful website. This was probably quite expensive. It was nicely designed. I imagine there were mood boards. This is a really good looking piece of work. Now, it looks nowhere near as nice. This picture in the background kind of fights with the text in the foreground. We've got these vulgar CTA buttons all over the place. We've got these big Google stars. This thing looks slightly homemade. And yet, we would expect a website like this to convert between 3 and 5 times more visitors into leads than this. Because whilst it might not look as pretty, it does some things really well. Firstly, an incredibly clear value proposition and target audience. Secondly, very clear and incentivized calls to action. Thirdly, credibility and social proof through use of the Google stars. Now, if you're listening to this and you're a law firm or you're not a law firm and you're thinking, we might need some help with our website and our digital marketing, and you just want a professional's opinion on where you should be focusing your attention, at Exposure Ninja, we can help you with this. We have an offering called the free website and marketing review, which, as the name suggests, is completely free. What we'll do is take a look at your website and your digital marketing. We'll also analyze your local and your market competitors, and we'll recommend a 6 to 12 month action plan that you can follow to significantly increase the number of leads that your website generates for you. And by the way, if your website is anything like the typical law firm's website, when we say we can significantly increase the volume of leads, we mean significantly. All you need to do is go to exposureninja.com/review to apply for your free review. If you qualify, then we'll send you a video usually within 2 to 3 working days, straight to your email inbox that you can watch and you can see the recommendations that we make. You can then take those recommendations, implement them yourself, implement them with your existing agency, or if you want some help from Exposure Ninja, then we can have that discussion too. There's no obligation to do that though. So go to exposureninja.com/review today. Okay, so you've got your law firm website, you've got your clear call to action, you've got your clear positioning with your USPs, you've done your target customer personas for each of your services so you know what's going to resonate with them and the messages that you need to be communicating. Now it's time to start driving traffic, more people, to this website. How do you do it? One of the most scalable and profitable ways that we've found to drive traffic to law firm websites is SEO and content marketing. This is because people searching on Google for various legal issues, problems, or even just searching for lawyers tend to be very well qualified. People don't generally search for law firms and legal issues for fun. They're usually searching because they have those issues or they're interested in resolving them. That's why ranking for the services that your firm offers on Google can be one of the most profitable things you can do in all of digital marketing. The first step to doing this is to identifying the keywords, i.e. the search terms that you want to rank on Google for. Now, some beginner marketers think that ranking for a term like law or lawyer is going to be the key to their success, but this is not the case at all. In fact, these sorts of terms are too informational, they're too broad. Google doesn't generally rank law firm websites for these types of phrases either because it knows that that's not what people are looking for. Instead, you generally want to target either local phrases or phrases that are specific to the services that you offer. Something that you'll probably want to do is use an SEO tool like SEMrush to see which phrases your website is currently ranking for. So I've just put in avonhurst.com, which is a law firm that isn't particularly well optimized for search. We can see it's ranking for Avonhurst in position 1, which you would expect. Other than that, it's not really ranking for much. It's ranking for the names of its solicitors, but because it doesn't have good quality content on the site targeting particular services that it offers, it doesn't have well-optimized service pages, it doesn't really rank for anything else. It doesn't rank for the sorts of phrases that are going to bring in new potential clients. And by the way, you can get a free trial of SEMrush at thankyoninjas.com. But let's go back to the example we saw earlier at harperjames.co.uk. This is the firm that really understood their target audience, and they clearly invest a lot in content and building out their website. We can see that they are ranking for loads more useful phrases. Yes, they're ranking for their brand name, but they're also ranking for phrases like force majeure, how to value a business. Now, why are they ranking for that? Because they've put together some content on their website about how to value a business, because they know that people who are either going to be buying or selling companies are going to need legal support, and they know that that audience is a really profitable group of people for them. So they want to get them onto their website so that they can sell them their M&A and their due diligence legal services. They're also ranking position 1 for employee share scheme, with a piece of content that they've written about employee share schemes and how they work. Again, because they know that people searching for this sort of term are going to be needing some legal help and could be a good potential client. So how and why are they ranking for these terms? Well, they've done a bunch of what we call on-site SEO, which you can read about in the law firm Playbook at exposure.ninja/law. They've also built links through things like digital PR, and they do plenty of content marketing. Here's the thing about content marketing. Your law firm has expertise and insight to share. All of your team have expertise, deep expertise in their subject areas. Plenty of case history that they can dig through and stories that they can tell. But how much of that is shared on your website? And I don't mean sharing the inside secrets of all of your past cases. I mean sharing some of that expertise, some of those stories. Now, some firms do share insights. I'm on the dentons.com website, and they've got this entire content section all about different topics that they've written information on. The trouble is that none of these are optimized to show up in search results. So it means that unless Dentons is actually sending these articles out to people, nobody is going to see them. Let me give you an example. They've put together a fantastic guide to autonomous vehicles for 2023. You can go on their website and you can click to download the guide. It doesn't ask you for your email address or any of your details, so they've got no idea that you've downloaded the guide. They're just giving it to you free of charge. Once you've been through the art section, you actually get to some really good, useful information that looks at how 11 countries are approaching autonomous vehicles and the legal issues around them. But this information could be used so much more effectively to drive loads of traffic to Dentons and pick them up huge volumes of leads. Let me explain how. Rather than put this guide as a download on the website, which by the way is ranking horribly and brings them in next to no traffic at all, what they could have done is taken all of the topics inside this guide that they've spent the time researching. They could have then written up individual articles targeting each of these topics. I've just stuck in autonomous vehicle law into also asked, and I'm seeing loads of different questions and topics that people are asking about autonomous vehicle law. Like, is autonomous driving legal in the UK? What is the Autonomous Vehicle Act UK? What is Level 5 Autonomous Cars UK? What is the regulation for autonomous vehicles? What is the ISO standard for autonomous driving? Is Tesla Autopilot legal in the UK? This is just UK terms. You could do exactly the same thing across the 11 countries that they've researched. With all of these questions, you could then analyze these search terms to see how many people are searching for each one. If there are some particular topics that lots of people are searching for and it looks like those people might need legal help, you could build out really detailed content about those specific topics. Then when someone searches for those on Google, guess what's going to rank? The Dentons website with all this fantastic research and work that's been done. In the law firm Playbook, we show you exactly how to do this, identifying the sorts of topics that your audience is going to be looking for so that you can write content that ranks for those searches and get those people onto your website. So don't do what Dentons has done and silo that knowledge somewhere that people won't find it. Or what most legal firms do, which is not even share that knowledge in the first place. Just keep it in the heads of their teams and it never makes it onto their website at all. Also in the Playbook, which remember you can download at exposure.ninja/law, there's a bunch of advice on how to use social media and personal branding for law firms. But what we're going to do now is take a look at one of the most competitive but exciting areas of digital marketing for law firms, Pay-per-click advertising. Yeah, I said exciting. When you search for something like commercial litigation law firm, you will typically see ads at the top of the search results. This is because these phrases are very valuable. The people searching for phrases like this may be about to spend tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions or tens of millions even. So getting your website in front of these searchers can be very profitable, and the fastest way to do that is through paid search ads, like these. Now, to be honest, most law firms that are running paid search ads are spending that high-cost traffic to terrible landing pages which have absolutely no right to even be trying to convert that traffic into leads or sales. But assuming that you followed the steps earlier and you've got nice calls to action, clear positioning and all of that stuff, then pay-per-click advertising could be a great avenue to explore. Generally, you're going to have more success targeting specific phrases like commercial litigation law firm transport or commercial litigation law firm Manhattan than you are general phrases like commercial law firm or lawyer in San Francisco. That's because the more precisely you target the search term, the more precisely you can make your landing page resonate with someone who's just searched for that phrase. If you're in consumer law, for example, in personal injury or probate or consumer compensation, you might consider running social media ads. There's a really simple way to analyze what your competitors are doing in this space by using the Facebook or Meta ad library. If you go to facebook.com/ads/library, you can put in any advertiser and see the ads that they're running across the Facebook properties. I'm on the Slater and Gordon page and I can see the ads that they've been running. Now, just from looking very briefly at these ads, I can tell a couple of things. Firstly, these ads are okay. They've got a nice clear headline. They're very precisely targeted. And I can see the benefits that Slater and Gordon thinks are important, namely that they're an award-winning law firm and that they operate on a no-win, no-fee basis. If we were going to take these ads to another level, we'd say that the review stars on this one are way too small for people to see, and also the visitor doesn't know what's going to happen when they click learn more. Generally, you'll get a higher conversion rate on your landing page if people are already aware of what they're going to see on the next page, what they're going to have to do. For example, are they going to get a free consultation with one of your expert team? Are they going to get a free case assessment so they can understand the value of their potential claim? But social media ads like this can be a great way to get your message in front of a lot of people quite quickly. So there you have it, some highlights from the law firm digital marketing playbook, which you can download from exposure.ninja/law. It's packed full of examples, recommendations, and advice for you to deploy. And of course, if you want some help with your own law firm's digital marketing, then contact the team here at Exposure Ninja and request a free website and marketing review. This is the first stage if you're interested in working with us. Go to exposureninja.com/review. Tell us a little bit about your firm and your marketing goals. We'll then record you a 15 to 20 minute video showing you where we think you should invest the most time and energy to get the best results from your digital marketing. If you like the recommendations and want to work with us, sweet. If you don't, no pressure. Until next time, see you soon.